So we couldn't rule the earth if we're being punished. And if we're being punished, he's not going to let the good rule the earth because nobody better than us. So the only people left to rule it is what? The wicked. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If this is not the wicked, then where and who is the wicked? Hello? That's why when earth was given to the hands of the wicked, he wrote his own book that was called the New Testament. And he took his book and put it in a book he named the Bible. Then he took the Holy Scriptures and put it in the front of the book and called that the Old Testament. And then his book that he put in, he named it the New Testament. And then he taught the people, we're not under the Old Testament, we are under the New Testament. And the New Testament says that the laws came by Moses, but truth and grace came by Christ. So who you want to follow? The law, got to do this, got to do that, you got to do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, or you're going to go by Christ with truth and grace, well, through his mercy and faith. Just believing in his son, and just believing that he died for your sins, you're going to be saved. Now, which one an average wicked person going to run to? The average wicked person that want to stay wicked and ain't right in the first place, he going to run to JC. Why? Because it sounds better. The Almighty said they would always run to a lie before they run to the law, because the wicked hates the laws. If we go to the book of Isaiah, Isaiah, where I want to go. See who can help. Where I want to go in Isaiah. Nobody gonna help me? Nobody? Nobody gonna help me out? All right, let's go Isaiah, Levi. Everybody go to Isaiah 30. Nobody? Get it? And this is what we're telling you about Isaiah 30, chapter. Start reading at the 8th verse.
Isaiah
8 to 10.
Chapter 30, verse 8. Now go.
Now go.
Write it before them.
He tell Isaiah, go on your way now and write it before them.
In a table.
Or note it.
In a book. That it may be for the time to come.
This is for the time to come.
Forever and ever.
Forever. It's not going to change. It's for the time to come forever and ever. That what? This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. He said this is to be written forever. That's why they don't want to hear, because the Almighty said in Ezekiel, they're rebellious and stiff-necked. He come right back here and said this is rebellious people that will not hear the law of Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, prophesy deceit. Read that.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
Lying children.
Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh.
And you know that all these Christian ministers are liars. They're lying children. Anybody that talks against the law is a liar. Lying children.
Children that will not hear.
Children that will not hear
the law of Yahweh.
The law of Yahweh. They don't want to hear the law. And notice, who did he say, and you know who rejects the law? Christians and Muslims. And what did God call them? Lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh.
Which say to the seers.
Which say to the seers.
See not.
See not.
And to the prophets.
Prophesy not unto us right things.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things. I see, just believe you. Just have faith. You don't have to do no work. Nobody can keep them laws. You don't have to worry about no Sabbath day. No Sabbath. Don't keep this. God made everything clean. He told Peter, don't call nothing that I made common or unclean. They're going to show you them smooth things. Christians say, oh, I don't have to follow dialectory law. Because he told Peter, don't call nothing I made common or unclean. Keep reading.
Get ye out of the way.
Say, get ye out of the way.
Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel.
They want you to get out of the way of righteousness. They want you to turn out of the path of righteousness. They don't want you to know the Holy One of Israel. They want you to know Christ.
Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease.
They want you to cause the name of Yahweh to cease. They want you to get sick every time somebody mentions his name. They don't want you to honor that name. They don't want you to edify that name. And they all know what that name means. Every Christian minister knows what it means, but he gets sick when he hears somebody in his congregation call the word Yahweh. Because that's telling them that he's studying and that now he might be a problem. Keep reading.
Right. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because you despise this word.
And trust in oppression.
And that's what you're trusting in. Trusting the teachings of the New Testament. You're trusting in oppression. Because that's what the New Testament teaches. Oppression.
And perverseness.
And perverseness. To go against Yahweh.
And stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach, ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly, at an instant.
All right. Do we have any more questions? You go to the mic. We want the whole world to hear you. We don't want them calling in saying, I couldn't hear what you said. And I know what you're saying is good, so we want the world to hear.
Well, in church, it's definitely not like this class. When you were in class, you really couldn't ask a bunch of questions.
Oh, no. You don't ask no questions in church.
Number one, they probably didn't really know the answer.
Oh, no. No more questions.
But
All right, I debated man last night. I got off the mic and my brothers began to call on. I heard they just told me and started asking them questions. He got to tell them, talk to them like dogs. Shut up. And they, yes, sir. Okay. I said, who said that? Nobody called your name. No, said nothing. I didn't say that. I heard about it. Shut up. All right. Yes, sir. Brother, you're all right. I didn't call no name. Was that you?
No, it's his
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
But I guess my question was even with the old and the new, was like, well, how can you have one part of the Bible and not follow all of the Bible? Like, if you tell me to follow the New Testament, how is it that you're going to tell me to follow everything that was written? But nobody really ever had an answer for that one there. So not until we start reading, which you heard different pastors say we was only supposed to eat a certain kind of way, but it didn't make any difference. We just continue to eat in the matter of which it was when you really only knew better. And those would be the questions. So I just was like, okay, nobody can ask my question. I just won't be bothered. And I used to tell Yeshaya, like, okay, we knew that Jesus Christ was, in like the scriptures that you read, that he was not the Father, that he was the Son. So why was it that, they worshiped him, but I would tell him it's out of habit that people were either out of the lack of knowledge or just that they didn't want to listen, period. Those were the questions that I would ask.
Well, that's smart. You're a smart lady. You was asking good questions, and you know you wasn't going to get no answer. We have any other comments or questions before we adjourn. Do we have a second group here?